Cowboys training camp, live from Oxnard, California. Powered by AA Best Bail Bonds, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Texas Cheer Liquor, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Well, we're going to the favorite folks of this Cowboy. All of our great fans in San Antonio. It's been said for many, many years, and I think it's the same today. We have more fans percentage-wise in San Antonio than we have Cowboy fans in Plano, Texas, which is a part of the Metroplex. I am so proud of everything that San Antonio is about regarding the Cowboys, and we have huge season ticket holder base from the San Antonio area, and of course cherish all of our memories of when we've had camps there in the San Antonio area. Now, you big time down there with the Spurs, and I recognize that, but I'm proud of everything the Cowboys are as to San Antonio.
Jerry, we appreciate you come down so much. We tried to grow grass on a parking lot.
Down there at the Alamo Dome.
We need to get you some better fertilizer.
Well, we got enough of it on this show.
Yeah.
Welcome on again. With Jerry Jones sitting with us. And as you sit down today, you know, as we looked at all the offseason, the excitement coming in, you've gotten a little bit of kerfuffle over the last couple of days. What's up with the Ring of Honor and Jimmy?
Well, it's really nothing new.
No, it's not.
At all. And candidly, I'm going to go back to when the man who started the Ring of Honor coached me up on how to handle the Ring of Honor. He said, don't have any committees. Don't have any organized input. You'll get it. You'll get it from all the people that are in the Ring of Honor, from all the players that played. You'll get it from about all the coaches. You'll get that. But don't have an organized or a timing way to decide when someone's going in the Ring of Honor. He said, first of all, if you'll do it that way, there will be more mentions and more recognition of what they have been about for the Cowboys before they go in than after they go in. Now, that's not about anyone. That's just a fact. There's more discussion. There's more discussion about a Hall of Famer in the NFL before they go in, and the debate and the discussion of what they did than after they go in. So if you really want to do the best thing for the Ring of Honor and get it the most recognition and make it the most honorable in sports, keep a very narrow group. Don't do it very often. And do it in a way that causes it to get a lot of discussion. Hello.
In sports, I appreciate
You've mastered that, Mr. Jones. But now let me ask you this. Now, you said there may be some other coaches. Did you want to let San Antonio know which coaches those
Well,
may be?
I don't, but we've got two other coaches other than the one that's in it, Tom Landry, that have won Super Bowls.
Well, I think you might have just stopped.
I've got one.
Well,
I'm comfortable with one.
Parcells won a Super Bowl.
But not with you.
No, but I'm just saying.
But he won a Super Bowl.
But we've had two other coaches, at least if that were the criteria, which isn't necessarily at all the criteria.
That makes sense.
But you've got two other Super Bowl winning coaches as a thought. Now, you guys, again, might not have heard me. There are many, many, many things that you think about when you think about who goes in the Ring of Honor for the Cowboys. Tex Schramm, for instance, who started it, said, don't make it the best player. Don't make it the best coach, for that matter. Make it the one who's contributed the most to the franchise, not to the accomplishments or statistics on the field. So there is a difference, and I don't necessarily adhere to everything Tex Schramm told me. Don't get me wrong, but
you take
but
heed to
it basically is a composite of a lot of discussions, and one of the things sure isn't some type of automatic trigger on timing. Hall of Fame, Ring of Honor, Ring of Honor, Hall of Fame, position coach, head coach. There's nothing of that nature.
I love the fact that you've made it. To me, it's harder to get in the Ring of Honor than it is a Hall of Fame. But let me ask you this, Mr. Jones, and then you can tell me if I'm wrong. When you talked the other day about Zack Martin, and you can let me know, I sensed frustration in your voice. If I'm wrong off that, you can let me know. Are you frustrated, and were you caught off guard?
No, not caught off guard at all. Anytime you have a holdout, that's always the one or two hottest topics.
Yes, sir.
During camp, number one. Number two, no frustration in any way. There's none. Zack is exemplary. Zack is an exemplary player. We simply have to allocate the funds. Zack's been very fortunate in that we drafted him very high. So as an interior offensive lineman, he's had the highest pay as rookie that you could put, really.
Yeah.
In his first contracts. His second contract, he was the highest paid lineman that's probably in the league for many, many years. It's hard to hit it any better than he's hit it.
So you can't
hard at all. And so if you simply took the players at any given time and just had a pay raise and then didn't get to deduct from the ones that haven't played as well, that have a contract, then obviously there would not be enough money to go around. And the most important thing is we have to do is understand, do we have Micah Parsons coming up?
Absolutely.
Okay. Are you sitting here? Do you just go on and on and on? Right. Lamb coming up? Of course you do. And you say, well, but still, that's all supposed to be taken care of. At the end of the day, as everybody listening knows, the buck stops when there's no money in the account.
I'm very aware of that.
And we all are aware of it.
Right.
And so you also don't have that happen to you suddenly. You need to be looking ahead a little bit. That's what this is.
Absolutely.
And so as far as Zack's position, that he's the best lineman in the league, I agree with him. Whether 3 or 4 others might say, well, not quite, but he's one of the very best. And my point is, we have an agreement. We're fortunate to have it. His teammates are. We're fortunate to have it. We just don't have the money to make an adjustment, period. And so what's the alternative is for us to just deal with reality of where we are.
What's the conversation level like with him?
Just generally with Zack Martin, it is nothing but respect. Mm-hmm. It is by the way, his demeanor is total and complete respect. And so that's what it is. It is not. Now, do we continually talk every day in every way or what have you? No, not at all. But I visited with him about this very carefully, and he has at least our understanding of where we are. But the penalties of not playing are not playing.
And there's no getting around
they're
those.
Enormous.
Yeah,
they're enormous. And so you look at that. That's why you have those agreements. And by the way, you can't just replace it with a piece of paper that if either party decides they just don't want to do it a year or two from now, what have you got? Just another piece of paper.
Right.
So you have to go by that when you sign it, you're going to do it.
I missed
the thing with contracts. You got to abide by them.
You got to abide by them.
Things. They get in the way a lot of times.
If you don't, it's hard to get another contract, because if you don't abide by contracts, you don't have anything.
I agree with that. Now, this is, big boy football. We play the blame game, and you're the Cowboys. With Coach Mike McCarthy taking over the play calling, we like to say, okay, well, who's next in line if things don't go right? Is Mike McCarthy on the hot seat this coming up season, depending on if he makes it farther than the divisional round or not, or NFC Championship game, Super Bowl? Is that even discussed?
No. It's there were 2 questions there.
Yes, sir.
Is he on the hot seat with me? Mm-hmm. The answer is, or with anybody, if not me? No.
Okay.
No. Then consequently, it's not discussed other than what we're talking about, and that is he on the hot seat? No, emphatically. And so what we're doing is we think a real improvement because we're getting the asset of his experience and his ability to inject some new things. At the end of the day, it's to really protect Dak and be a more Dak-friendly offense.
Well, we're seeing it right now, and we want to thank you for stopping by.
Jerry
Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, big friend of San Antonio. Thank you so much for what you've done for our city.
Thank you guys for what you give us from San Antonio.